Dance brings me a sense of identity. I identify myself as a dancer, and without that, I feel kind of lost. It really is a very deeply rooted part of me, and anytime that I am dancing, it changes who I am, it changes how I interact with people, it changes how I express myself. It really makes me feel like me. I've had so many really fascinating experiences that most people are never lucky enough to have. I've toured with ballet companies for 6 years and stayed at some of the crappiest motels and seen some of the most beautiful theaters and met some of the most interesting people and have had these experiences that are crazy and whimsical and powerful. And I've become so close to people. There's definitely a sense of closeness dancing with other dancers brings you that you don't find in other walks of life, I think.
Dance, well, it gives me direction. It fulfills me, gives me an expression. Without it, there's a vacuum and a hole and something that is not being met. It connects me nationally and internationally to other people and to other projects going on and to ideas. It really is a place where kind of everything else blooms from or comes back and centers to. So my life revolves around it. But ultimately it comes down to not dancing makes me feel incomplete, and I hurt physically and kind of soulfully.
So let's turn it like to here with that little hop. So then we get open around. And then the second time, I want more upper body. So the leg goes, but it's about, this one's more about upper body.
We met through dance. Elizabeth came and started taking my open class. That was about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we started dancing together then.
The relationship between a choreographer and a dancer is really fluid, and it depends a lot on how the choreographer likes to work. So it could be very collaborative, and I've worked with choreographers who really want that feedback from me. I've also worked with choreographers that have a definite idea, they know exactly what they want, they see it in their head, they know what the movements are, and I am the clay that they're setting this on.
Fouette, around to the front, flick, wrap, under. Oh, that's nice. How does it feel?
It depends on what I'm doing, what I'm looking for, but mostly it's that clarity of movement is the biggest thing. I like to see people who are clear, who can understand the musicality and the shapes and the dynamics that are happening. If I'm working with my own dancers, they can kind of expect what I'm going to do. They understand how I may want to look at things. There's an informality that can happen within the studio where that informality with people that I don't know as well couldn't happen. I would have to keep it much more formal.
I think that the formation of Vital Movement was a relief that we would have this outlet and we would have this home base and we would have this group that could really support each other on what is kind of a daunting mission to really bring dance back to this region, professional caliber dance.
What there is in Spokane is this great training. There are wonderful studios to train young dancers. And they do all this great work and they do all this wonderful training. And then they turn 18, they graduate from high school, and they have to go away because there isn't anything for them to do here. They don't have a place to then develop as a professional dancer. This is part of the reason why these dancers are all dedicated to this, because they want to see dance grow in Spokane. They want to see the adult professional realm grow to where people will come to Spokane to dance. oh, there are possibilities there. I can perform, I can make dances, that the community supports it, and that there are fellow dancers there. And over time, this will become a home for dance.
I want dance to be viewed, especially in the Spokane region, as a valid art form and something that the community wants to take ownership of and be really proud of, that they have a dance scene and a dance company in their area.
I want people to be curious. I want people to be supportive. I want people to want dance here in our region and to support it and to think that it's a worthwhile project, that having dancers and a dance company and dance involved in our community and in our lives make us a better community and make us better people. I think that's really it, that I want people to be aware and to partake in it, to whatever their level is, whether they're an audience member occasionally, or they're an aficionado, or they're a friend, or they're one of the dancers themselves, that they see the value in this as human beings.